All right, so my name is Chanel Watson of Chanel Selling Treasures. Basically, what I'm going to be doing today with you guys, can everyone hear me? I'm going to be showing you how to finish desserts. We have basically some German chocolate cakes that we're going to be finishing. We have the pecan and coconut cooked frosting. Basically, this is cooked on top of the stove top with eggs. It has vanilla, there's condensed milk, and you kind of mix that together, thicken it up, and then you're going to add your coconut and your pecans. That's how you make this right here, this frosting. I can actually show it to you guys. Okay, this is going to go in between the cake. It's going to go either in between your layers or it can go on top to kind of decorate the cake. Now, we also have some strawberries just as a little garnish. You always want to make sure your plate looks pretty. It's always about the visual, but it's also about obviously the way it tastes as well. So these are cupcakes that we're going to kind of dress up and we're going to make them look pretty as well on the plate. And then as you can see right here, we just have some more German chocolate cakes, which I'm going to have you guys kind of finish off. We're going to have you fill them and we're going to have you decorate them with the frosting right here. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. Now, does anyone have any questions as to how many? Pay attention. Does anyone have any questions or anything or wish? Now, when you say, that's a good question. When you take the cake out of the oven, you're not going to put the icing on it right away because then it's going to melt. What you want to do is make sure you let the cake cool. Come to room temperature. You want it to be kind of cool to the touch. I mean, everyone has gloves on. You can kind of feel what the cake is going to feel like. If you want to kind of, it's not hot. Everything is room temperature. You want to make sure it's cold. You want to make sure you want to try? You just want to make sure that everything... You want to try it? See, why not? You're going to have to touch it when we start decorating it. You might as well touch it now. Exactly. You see how it's cold? It's good for the frosting and everything like that. So that's what you want it to feel like. You want it to be so the icing is not going to melt on it. When you're baking a cake, which we're probably not going to do today, as far as the decorating aspect, but you're going to do a crumb coat. And I can kind of walk you through all this stuff as we decorate it as well. You're going to do a crumb coat. That's basically making sure that all the crumbs are taken away. It's going to be your messy coat. You kind of just apply the frosting. Then you're going to have a finishing coat where everything is kind of smooth, basically nice and detailed and pretty looking. I'm going to ask one of you guys to hold it so I can kind of talk and do at the same time and kind of show you what you're going to be doing. So basically for this one right here, we're going to take this out of the pan. Okay, and we're also going to, if somebody can see where my bag is at with the cake boards. That duffel bag? Can you get the cake boards out of there for me? Yes. Cool. So we're gonna have a cake board, and basically you're gonna transfer your cake to your cake board. So I'm gonna take one of these to kind of loosen the cake up out of here, and we can actually have some other. Who wants to, do some hands-on stuff going? Okay, let's move this stuff here so we can kind of have some more room. Move this down also. Okay, you want to move all that stuff to the floor. Now, if somebody wants to kind of do some things, let me know so we can kind of get some things going here. We're gonna grab one. You can take this. You want to kind of partake? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get you a cake. What you're gonna do, if you have a Ziploc bag, it would be nice to show you actually a Ziploc bag. Like, if you have a Ziploc bag at home, basically what you're gonna do is just take one corner of the Ziploc bag and you're gonna take the coupler, like I showed you before, and you're gonna put it right inside your Ziploc bag. And you're gonna do the same thing I did before and just kind of make an indentation. Then you're gonna push the cover back a little bit. Guys, pay attention. Then you're gonna just cut it, and then you're gonna put it right back in here. So that's how you do it if you had a Ziploc bag at home. So same principle, same way. And then I'm not gonna put the zip on here because we're probably not gonna use this one, but you're gonna just close it off with this. Okay. Now, when you're decorating the cake, if you're really paying attention, I'm gonna show you guys how to do what's called a shell border. Okay. Basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna squeeze out your frosting and you're gonna get a nice little bump like that, and you're gonna bring it back so you have a tail. It's gonna be a shell. You're gonna see how it starts up high and then tails off. Now where it tails off, that's when you're gonna start your second portion. You're gonna do the same thing, and you're gonna bring it back like this. You're gonna do squeeze.